Hello, my friends. Welcome to Learn English in Real Life, your podcast for slow and clear listening and speaking practice to improve your English. I'm Alex, and today I'm excited to talk about something deep and meaningful. Do lost dreams mean we didn't try hard enough? This episode is perfect for B2 learners who want to practice listening and think about life's challenges. In my opinion, exploring topics like this is a fun way to make your English stronger. I think this idea is powerful because it helps us find hope when things don't go as planned. So, take a deep breath, listen slowly, and let's explore how to grow when our dreams slip away. Have you ever felt the pain of wanting something so badly, but knowing you can't have it? Maybe it was a dream, a goal, or even a person that felt so close, yet out of reach. I believe that pain is real, and it's okay to feel it. The world often tells us that hard work and willpower are the only answers. Work harder, they say. If you want it enough, you'll get it. Books and motivational speakers make us believe that success is all about effort, and if you fail, it's your fault. But what happens when you give everything you have, and it still doesn't work? In my opinion, that's when life asks you to look deeper, not to push harder, but to grow through acceptance and courage. When I was younger, I used to believe that hard work could solve everything. I thought if I failed, it was because I wasn't trying hard enough or didn't have enough willpower. I read books that said, "You control your destiny," but I've learned that life isn't always that simple. Sometimes, no matter how much you want something or how hard you work, it's not meant for you. I think this is a tough truth to face, but it's also freeing. It means you don't have to carry the weight of blame when things don't go your way. The world wants us to keep running, like rats chasing cheese, believing that effort alone will get us there. But in my opinion, this idea can trap us, making us feel like failures when life has other plans. Let's look at a real example. Imagine a young woman who dreams of becoming an air hostess. She prepares, studies, and wants it with all her heart. But she comes from a very traditional family that says, "No, women in our culture don't do that." She tries to explain her dream, but it doesn't change their minds. Should we tell her she didn't try hard enough? Should we give her books about willpower? I don't think so. Sometimes life puts limits on us, like family traditions, money, or other things we can't control. I believe those limits don't make you weak. They show you that some dreams aren't meant to happen, and that's not your fault. This idea challenges what we're taught. The world says, if you don't succeed, you didn't want it enough. But I think that's unfair. Life is full of things we can't control, like where we're born, our family, or unexpected problems. Believing that willpower is everything can make us feel guilty when we don't reach our goals. It can make us think we're not good enough. But the truth is, sometimes things are out of our hands, and that's okay. I believe accepting this is the first step to growing through lost dreams. Let's talk about another example, one that feels very personal. Imagine someone who always wanted to be a writer and speak at big events, like colleges. They worked hard for years, writing books and imagining themselves on stage. Finally, They get invitations from some of the biggest colleges in their country. But then, they injure their legs so badly that they can't travel or even walk. Those invitations sit in their email, and every time they see one, it hurts. It's not just about missing an event. It's about losing a piece of who they wanted to be. I think this pain is deep because it's not a one-time loss. You feel it every time you remember what could have been or see someone else living your dream. That pain is real, and it doesn't go away easily. I believe losing a dream isn't something that happens once. It happens every time you think about it, every time you see someone else succeed where you couldn't. It's like a wound that keeps opening. In my opinion, this is why growing through lost dreams is so hard. Because you have to face that pain again and again. But you don't have to stay stuck in it. I think the key is to stop blaming yourself and start asking, what can I do now? This question is powerful. It helps you move from pain to possibility. So, how do you grow through lost dreams? I believe it starts with courage, the courage to let go. Letting go doesn't mean you're giving up or that you're weak. It means you're strong enough to accept that some things aren't meant for you. It's about saying, this didn't work, and I can try something new. This takes more strength than pushing forward with a dream that's not possible. It's about trusting that life has other plans for you, even if you can't see them yet. Another important part is curiosity. Instead of focusing on what you lost, ask yourself, what else is out there? I think curiosity is like a light in the dark. It helps you find new paths. For example, if you can't speak at events because of an injury, maybe you can write a blog or share your ideas online. Maybe you can't follow one dream because of family, but you can find a smaller goal that makes you happy. I believe these small steps can lead to big changes. They help you grow into someone new, someone who's not defined by what they lost, but by what they're willing to try. There's another idea that's important here: fate. I think sometimes we forget that life has its own way of working. We're told to fight for our dreams, but we're rarely taught how to let go when they don't happen. In my opinion, learning to accept fate is just as important as working hard. It's about believing that if one dream doesn't work, something else is waiting for you. This doesn't mean you stop trying. It means you trust that life will guide you to something new if you're open to it. Growing through lost dreams also means changing how you see yourself. The world might tell you that you're a failure if you don't achieve your goals. But I believe you're not a failure. You're an explorer. You're someone who's brave enough to let go of one dream and search for another. In my opinion, this is what makes you strong. It's not about reaching a certain place or having a perfect life. It's about being curious, trying new things, and believing that every loss can lead to new growth. To wrap up, growing through lost dreams is about courage, curiosity, and acceptance. It's about understanding that some things aren't meant for you, no matter how hard you try. It's about letting go without blaming yourself and staying open to new possibilities. I believe when you do this, you become stronger. You don't see yourself as someone who failed. You see yourself as someone who's growing, exploring, and finding new dreams. And that's what makes life exciting. Knowing that even after a loss, There's always something new waiting for you. Thanks for listening to Learn English today. I hope this slow and clear episode helped you practice your listening and think about lost dreams in a new way. If you liked it, share it with a friend. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep being you. See you next time.